While most people have an iPhone, I prefer using a minimal phone. And there are a few reasons as to why. Number one, Apple sucks ass. And what I mean by that is, truth be told, my last iPhone was an iPhone 4. So that was a while ago. However, a lot of the people around me and my girlfriend especially have had iPhones for several years. And whenever there's a new iOS update, they tell me things that surprise me. Like, we got widgets. I'm thinking, you mean the thing that Android has had for like fucking 10 years? Widgets, like widgets. Wow, I'm glad they finally gave you access to that. Now that you can argue is kind of a nitpick of some features or whatever, but this is my main reason why I don't like Apple, is that they treat their users like they're fucking children. They don't give them access to do things. They lock them in an ecosystem and you can't do anything cool or customizable with your iPhone unless you jailbreak it. If you don't jailbreak your phone, you are at the mercy of whenever the hell Apple feels like copying the features from Android onto their OS, which can be 2 to 8 years. Whereas on the minimal phone here, this runs on Android. So while it might not look absolutely incredible, I can do anything I want on here. Which brings me to the next preference as to why I like the minimal phone over the iPhone. It uses an e-paper screen, which means you're not gonna get sucked into various amounts of things. You're not gonna get stuck scrolling on this thing on social media or on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, whatever it is. You can with the low refresh rate and the no color, but you're a fucking maniac at that point. A lot of the reason why these things are appealing to people is the use of color that these apps employ. And having no color makes it so that you're not gonna fall for that shit. Not only is the refresh rate low, but you're not gonna see the color that's gonna suck you in, tempt you into spending a lot of time doing God knows what on here. And as a result, for my taste, it makes me wanna use my phone less, which is awesome. Relatedly, it looks kind of weird. Like you pull this out, people are like, what? Like for me, I'm not embarrassed by the phone. If I need to take it out and use it, I will pull it out and use it, no problem. But personally, when I have, I guess I would call it unique technology, I don't prefer to pull it out because if I don't have to, because I just don't want to answer questions about it. Yeah, I'm not worried about me pulling this out and someone's like, what the hell is that? It's a stupid fucking phone. Like that's not gonna happen in real life. Actually, that's only partially true. I think I had a friend who was like, what the hell is that? But anyway, in general, people aren't gonna go walk up to you and start laughing at whatever you have, right? My main thing is, what's more likely is that someone's gonna say, what's that? And I have to say, oh, it's a minimal phone. What's that? That's by the minimal companies, an e-paper phone. It's got like, I don't want to answer questions about that shit, so it makes me want to pull it out less so. Like I said, if I gotta use it, I'm gonna fucking use it. But not wanting to answer strangers' questions helps me not want to pull it out even more, which is great. Another reason I prefer the minimal phone over an iPhone or anything else at this point is the physical keyboard. You hear that? It's fucking awesome. I love it. Yes, swiping or whatever can be faster. And yeah, I can just do dictation on this thing to get my words out faster. But when I gotta type something out very specific or something short, it feels nice to have actual fucking buttons. You really take for granted having buttons unless you've gone without them for a while and come back. Buttons are just fucking nice. And here's a big one here. Headphone jack. Wow, headphone jack on a modern phone? Holy shit. That's amazing. How often do I use it? Very rarely, but I want the option to use it. I don't want the option taken away from me, just like the SD card slot I have in here. I have an SD card in here, but I don't have enough space taken up on the phone to make use of that SD card. But guess what? I want the fucking option. And by the way, this has an SD card slot inside, unlike a lot of modern phones. So the main reason I prefer this phone is because it gives you a lot of, at this point, maybe you can call them retro features. Can we call a headphone jack a retro feature? Is that fucked up to say? You know, it brings you back several years to where technology was a little cooler and everything wasn't just a big fucking glass rectangle. So it feels nice in that respect. And also, like I said, mostly it's the limitations of the hardware that makes it so that you don't fall prey to a lot of the modern mobile experience that is just front and center on the iPhone. And most of this applies to the Android too. I'm just putting iPhone in there for fucking clickbait. But this is an Android phone, so it does contrast that. I will say though, this phone does have a glitch where about every day, if I want to make a call, it says, oops, can't do it. And I have to turn on airplane mode, then turn it off, and then I can make a call. Which in general, you would think, that's fine. You only waste like 6 seconds if you want to make a call, whatever. Yeah, that's true, except when you're fucking driving and you got to make a call and it just fails immediately. And you're like, fuck. I need to somehow turn on and off airplane mode on my phone while I'm driving. That's fucked. I might die. So that sucks for sure. That glitch, I don't like that. Whereas modern phones, they pretty much just all work. But you know what? It's generally worth it. I don't make too many calls. I receive them. I don't make too many of them. But overall, I just prefer the experience here. And because of all the things that I mentioned, the screen time is fairly low. You know, I'm not often hitting over an hour or anything like that. Although yesterday was a heavy day. Good God, an hour 16. What the fuck was I doing? I guess the web browser, podcast, email, perplexity, what? All right, well. Okay. Feels good, you know? Feels good looking at this and not seeing Instagram, 3 hours, 28 minutes. Fuck that. I'll take every limitation on this over the convenience of an iPhone, because you get that convenience and usage, but fuck, man. Where's your time going? I think not having time is pretty inconvenient, to be honest with you. But anyway, this phone kicks ass. Fuck iPhone, fuck Apple. If you agree, comment, subscribe. If you disagree, leave a comment. Bitch about it. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'll read it. I will personally respond to every single iPhone simp comment on this video.